Hey guys, in this video I'm going to give you 5 macro tips on a ketogenic and intermittent fasting program. Okay, these are macronutrients. There's some mistakes that people make, so we're going to clarify them. When they talk about this pie chart with 5% carbs and 20% protein and 70% fat, these are not grams, they're calories, percent calories of the total. Calorie percentages, they're not grams. And the percentages I'm going to recommend are 5% carbs, okay? Now, this is for a 3-meal-a-day program. It's not for a intermittent fasting where you're doing 2 meals or 1 meal, because then this percentage will go up because the way the ratios are with the grams. But as long as you keep this between 20 and 50 grams, you don't have to worry about if it's 5 or 6 or 7%, okay? Number 2, 5% vegetables. Now, because the vegetables do not have a lot of calories, okay, or the salad does not have a lot of calories, it has a lot of mass, 7 to 10 cups of vegetables come out to about 5% of your overall calories, okay? So even though this sliver is small, it's quite large in volume, but I wanted to include it in here because it's very, very important, okay? Then we have 20% proteins and 70% fat, okay? So here's the first tip. Don't consume your protein first. Why? Because it's very easy to overconsume protein. When you consume protein in large amounts, you spike insulin. If you're spiking insulin, you're going to get tired after you eat. Okay, you're going to feel like sleepy. So you want to keep it 3 to 6 ounces per meal. Now, if you're eating less meals, you can go up a little bit, but don't go up too much. If you don't consume enough protein, what happens? The liver starts converting your own muscle to sugar or glucose as fuel. So we need some, but we don't need too much. So don't consume your protein first, do it second. Start with the vegetables or salad, okay? Because this is the thing that most people probably don't like as much of. So if we have you eat this first, get it out of the way, you're going to be okay. So we want to consume 7 to 10 cups per day. Now, if you're doing 3 meals a day, let's do 10 cups. If you're doing 2 meals a day, let's do 8 cups. If you're doing 1 meal a day, let's do 7 cups. Okay, that's just a rough average. You can drink your salad and a kale shake, but you want to do the vegetables first. It's going to actually help the hunger for this as well. It's going to provide the fiber, and there's a lot of other benefits. Okay, number 3, adjust the fats. So we're talking 70% of all your calories should be fat. Now, this is misleading because these calories are more than double in density than these other calories, okay? But the point is that the fat can range from a little bit to a lot, depending on what you need at first. I'm going to recommend you just go ahead and start and see how you feel after the meal. If you're bloated and you feel stuffed for hours and hours and hours, you had too much, cut it down. Don't keep making that mistake over and over and over again. Like so many other people for week after week, they're not learning from their mistakes of consuming too much fat. But if you don't do enough fat, you're going to be really, really hungry. So it's really a kind of a juggle. Make mental notes of what you're consuming that works for you, and then stay consistent with that amount, okay? That's how I'm going to recommend handling the fats. Okay, carbohydrates, between 20 and 50 grams. Now, if your metabolism is slow, do more 20 grams. If it's fast, you can go a little higher. Now, we're talking about net carbs. That's the total carbs minus the fiber, okay? These aren't total grams of carbs. These are net carbs, all right? All right, now we have hidden carbs. You have to be careful because when you're at a restaurant, you have all these sauces, you have soups, you have gravies, you have dressings, the hidden sugars, and a lot of the different products. So realize that when you go out to dinner, it's a crapshoot and it's very difficult to keep the carbs low. But these carbs represent things like the berries, the hummus, the nuts, avocados, and all the other carbs in these other foods. Okay, we're not talking about sugar carbs because over here we have vegetable carbs, but these are in a different category because I really wanted to include these because if I don't, then people don't consume them. All right, so that would be what a carb is. And then the quality. Make sure that the quality of protein, wild caught, grass-fed. Make sure your vegetables are organic, higher dense nutrients like in kale, for example, are much better than romaine lettuce. High quality fats, avocado, coconut oil, things like that. So in summary, start with your vegetable, then do your protein, and lastly adjust to fats. Keep it really simple. All right, thanks for watching. Hey, if you haven't already subscribed, press the button below and I will keep you in the know. Hey, that rhymes.